Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the DJ Shit Show. That's right. Using our friends over at AI to make another song. I wrote those lyrics. What would happen? What would happen if the DJ ruined your wedding? And I try to. It's Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. I'm excited to be here. I got lots of fun stuff planned for you today. That's mine. That's an OG, baby. That's a DJ AAOG. Wrote the lyrics and threw that in Suno and just said, give me a Earth, Wind, and Fire disco vibe to it. And yeah, actually it did. It hit the top 10 in 78. Coming live in 1978, Casey Kasem. Oh my God. Welcome, everybody. All right. I'm gonna say hi to some people, and then I'm gonna get rolling because I got lots to talk about. I got a couple things to show you too as well, and let's just have some fun. Let's just have some fun at the DJ shit show. So welcome Mac, welcome Nathan, DJ Double Downs here. Gina, welcome. Does anyone know why I can stream some YouTube videos on my TV but never why? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. Why am I not showing up on the TV? I guess if you go to the YouTube app on your TV, I don't know what you're using. It works on Apple TV. It works on Apple TV. Play it during cocktail. Talk about like like people are just kind of vibing and like, wait, what the hell's going on? Oh, should we be concerned? Should we be concerned? Is the DJ just giving us a little foreshadowing of what is to come tonight? Some horror stories. Last night I was meeting with a couple. They booked me today, of course, because they love me. But last night we were chatting. I always ask them, like, hey, have you guys ever seen a DJ, like, kill it or kill it? And they're like, yeah, our cousin's wedding, he kind of killed it. And I was like, well, what was going on? And the guy just he did that, like a couple of the sins that we hear, right? Where he was repeating songs. I just don't get this. How do you get away with that? How do you play a song again? Back to back to back, line dances on the mic constantly. What did she say though? I was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. She said something I couldn't believe that he did. Oh, the bride went up and requested a song. And by the way, there's 30 people here, so go ahead and hit the like button. Let's get me to 15. Hit me to 15. Bride went up to the DJ that she hired and said, "Hey, will you play this song?" And he was like, "Nah." Said no to the bride, and she was like, "Oh, okay, all right. I guess I'll just go fuck myself." That is unbelievable. Yeah, she goes, he just kind of just wanted to play his own thing. He just wanted to play his own thing. And you kind of get what you pay for a little bit. I hear stories like that, and I just can't imagine. I can't imagine the bride coming up to me and me just going like, yeah, you know what? I'm not even if I know it's gonna fail. And that's happened. I know it's happened to you guys, right? You got a good vibe, good dance, and they come up and they hit you with something, and you're like, oh, damn it. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It happened on Saturday, I think. She wanted to hear what Beyonce song was it? It's not Run It. It was some Beyonce song, and I was just like, and I played it, and dancing went to standing, and that's the worst. You kind of see it happening where they're bopping, they're dancing, and then they just kind of stand. And a good crowd, an okay crowd that trusts you already, they're like, well, I'm not gonna leave. I'll hang out and just wait for the next song. And if they trust you enough, where they know like, oh, the DJ, if we're not dancing, he gets out of it, right? They'll hang out. I can't stand it when people just leave the dance floor. That drives me crazy when they're just like, I don't like this one. Goodbye. Like, where the fuck you going? There's nothing else to do. There's no cornhole. Like, you already got a drink. You're not eating pizza. I saw what you had for dinner twice through the buffet. Where are you going? Just stay here. Okay. So you don't know this song, all right? It's too new. Sometimes I feel like Marty McFly, right? When you play a new one, especially when you play like a new song, you're like, oh, so you guys weren't ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it, right? It wasn't Cuff It. I gave up on that shit, man. I tried that so many times. It just did not work. Never worked. God damn it. Which one was it? It's I'll figure it out. It'll come to me. What's up, Max? Been a while since the last time. Welcome. Glad you're here. No problem. Hey, it's street. I'm on the TV. Oh God, yes. Let's go, Rick. Oh, let's go. Thank you so much for being a member. That means a lot. You guys support the channel by doing that. Just hit that little join button at the bottom. I got 2 last week. The more you guys join up, it's I'm doing this for nothing. All right, I'm doing it for you. I mean, I'm having fun too, but it helps. Little $2 coming my way, coming my way. I will say this: there's been some songs that have been slapping. I mean, if you're not playing "Hot to Go," if you're not playing "Pink Pony Club," if you're not playing Tips Barr song, "Out of the Summer," those have been great. Those have been some new songs that have come through that have been great. I think even "Not Like Us," you get the right crowd, they're into that. I'm gonna start. I don't know how new her stuff is, but Glorilla. You guys playing Glorilla at your weddings? When I get into like the ratchet and I'm getting requests, more and more couples are like, "Hey, let's get to it. We want to shake our ass." And I had my buddy text me the other day. And he was like, the bride wants me to play Glorilla and then just stay in this the whole rest of the night, and I don't know what to do." And so I screenshotted him my like shake your ass set, and it worked. That's like for me, that's like fun for me. When we get to that part of the night, I love when I get to play that kind of shit. That's just it's all in the 70s, right? So you can just mix all of that and just bam, bam, bam. You can slam it. You can go no hands. I've been playing Broccoli lately, and that's been killing. Broccoli ain't no telling me beyond. Hey, hey, I'm beyond. Whatever, right? Yes, that's the one I told him to play. Yeah, Glow. Yeah. Yes. Chapel Roan for 2024. She's the GOAT right now. I think I told you guys I have the Pink Pony Club mix I got on DMS with Sky Full of Stars, and it is just it sounds great. So if you have DMS, grab that version of it. Yeah, you got to. Once you find out when they graduate high school, if you give them and you just even in your crates, if you just create a little like prom, like hey, your prom crate, and just dump like 8 songs in there and take them back to prom, god damn, they will have the best night. You'll just see them like, especially like Mo Bamba's been, just dropped. That's just like, oh, fuck, shit, bitch, right? And it's just like, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, a little and then you know what? That's what I do too. After that, we kind of do a little drunk sing-alongs, and then typically like the last 15, 20 minutes of the night of the dance for me, it's straight 128. 128 and we ride it out. I find every 128 banger. I'll start off with Time of Our Lives. Or no, not that one. Give Me Everything. Give Me Everything is a great one to sort of launch into that. Or Every Time We Touch, All Night Longer, all that stuff. And then just 128 it to the end of the night. And they will absolutely love you. You want to give them a hug and you want them sweaty. Okay. I did have a crowd that wanted Sexy Red, and I tried Glorilla, and they acted like I. That's the thing, man. You just never know, Gina. You never know. You think you're dialed in, like, oh, they love this, they'll love this shit, and they look at you, and you're like, am I crazy, or are you guys just are we just in the wrong wavelength? And that happens. You throw one out there, and they look at you, and you're just like, it's gonna work, and it doesn't. I had Mike film me doing a mix. You Belong With Me into Bulletproof. Oh, and they're keyed. It's keyed, and it's like, so you belong with me. You belong with the dun 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 dun. Right? And they were looking at me like, what the hell is this? And I was like, no, 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 no. And you have that, you're like, God damn it, that would have been slap. And then when it kicked into the chorus, baby, next. I'm singing too much today. I'm just in a good mood. When it got to the Bulletproof part, then they were all like, oh, yeah, I know this song. They had no idea what the fucking verses were. So I'm setting cue points in that song now and just doing 4 bars, of the intro and then slam it right into the chorus. Let them sing that twice and then get to the next one. It is on DMS. I think I read this off in the last version, but it is just type in Pink Pony Club and then Coldplay is the Sky Full of Stars is the mashup. So it's the Sky Full of Stars uh music, and then Pink Pony Club is on top of that. And oh god, it's great. It's great. I mentioned that to my bride for Saturday. She put that on her must playlist, and I told her, "Hey, I got this mix." And she goes, "Oh, I love Coldplay." And I was like, "Oh, it's gonna go perfect." That's the one I have. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm gonna try that one. I knew when I saw Megan and Cardi on that one, I gotta. Hopefully, I'm singing it off key enough that they're not gonna take me out. All right, 50 people. Let's go. Get me to 30 likes. Come on, come on, people. It's Wednesday. Hit the like button. This is good shit. You already got a customized song at the beginning. Okay. A couple of things I want to talk to you guys about today. Holy shit, Barr's back! Barr's back! Did you guys see this? He dropped a video. The GOAT has returned. If you haven't already, jump on his channel. I got a notification. It came through. I was like, oh my God, a gig log. Let's fucking go. It's been almost 2 years since this guy's dropped a video. And this is the original, for me at least, the YouTube GOAT. I've had him on the show. If you want to, go back and check. I had him on. I met him a couple years ago. Just solid. And I'm pretty sure this video broke the internet. It's probably it's almost like 50K views already. Loved, right? He knows what he's doing on the gig logs. I do too. He knows I do gig log. And, he asked if I was going to make one soon. And I don't know. Guys, you got to tell me. Do you want me to make a gig log? I get there. I just don't know what to say. I don't know how to make them interesting anymore. I like watching his, and maybe if I just go back, just me showing up, and here's my setup. I'll time lapse. I'll capture some of the surroundings. I'll show you that, and then some dancing. I don't know. The gig log is hard for me to get excited about, but I was so excited to see that he is back, that he is absolutely back. Yes, support. Yes, I do too. It was amazing. He got some new speakers. He went RCF route. If I don't want to spoil the video, so go in there and watch it. But he went all in RCF. Like those 808s, I think 2 of them, which are 20,000. I mean, it was a huge upgrade. The facade and then 2 tops and then those massive subs. You need those in that big room. You got to have those in that big room. Okay. Gig log, show us dancing and transitions. Yeah, I'll just film myself just doing some blending, and I try to catch it on the 360 and drop that on Instagram. So if you guys haven't already, you can jump on Instagram and follow me. I put lots of stuff up there. Are you getting that Club Canning CO2? Nobody has ever asked me for one of those. I just in my market, I listen to the people, and if I just feel like that thing would sit in my garage. I just think it would sit in my garage. I don't know. So I have no real interest in that. And it's more stuff for me to bring and set up and shit to go wrong. So I feel like, once I start getting into the $5,000 to $10,000 range of pricing, then I would probably have those things, because at that point I feel like if they're spending $5,000 for me to DJ their wedding, just to DJ it, they probably have some cash, a little bit more cash to throw around on all my upgrades. I'd probably book the photo booth. I'd probably book a CO2 cannon, but you got to go and get that filled out and forget it. Fuck it. I'm not doing it. It's not ever happening. Yeah, you got the 808. He kept saying 800s or 808 or whatever. Yeah, you got those. So I guess I've done them, but the thing is, I've done gig logs. I did 20 of them. They're all on my channel. So I don't know. I'm just finding it. I get there. And I'm like, all right, I'll shoot a gig log, and I face that at myself. And I go, I don't want to do this. Keep it under 5 minutes, maybe. Maybe keep it under 5. I don't know. We'll see. I might get that. You need someone to film you. Yeah, I could have Mike do it. Just film me. So the next time I have Mike come, I'll have him maybe film it, and we'll see. We'll see if we go. No, I didn't. Okay, Mac. Guess what? You're gonna eat your words, brother. I hope go get yourself a bowl, a spoon, and some milk, because you're about to pour yourself a tall bowl of shit. You was wrong. I was fine. I didn't need the jackery. And I also learned some things. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I will. What ended up happening at that wedding was I didn't know how many amps I was pulling out of all my gear. And the guy who was running all the power, he had like 40 solar panels things. This guy's off the grid, okay? So I know if shit goes down, if there's zombies and shit, I'm heading out to his place. I'm food, bunker, solar panels. I'll ride this storm out at this guy's house. So we had one of those amp readers, and I hooked all my stuff up to it, and I found out that my draw with the two Maui 28G3s, and I did my mini system that I use, so I didn't have like the full thing, but basically I was having the touch mix, I had the mix loop, laptop, wireless mic, the most of the stuff I usually draw, and I was under 200 amps drawing from that, and that surprised me. I thought I was going to be way over that. And his power thing, he said, we have up to 1,000 to give or take. So I was like, oh, we're good. What fucked us, though, was when the caterers wanted to plug in all those warmers. He had like 4 different warmers. And when he plugged the 4th one in, I went out. So they unplugged one of his warmers. And so we had 3 warmers and all my stuff. And then it was fine the whole night. I never had any power problems. So, yeah, for real. Gotta load up on some ammo. Maybe I need to learn how to shoot a fucking crossbow. So it worked fine. I did not need the battery. I brought one of you guys in the chat was like, just use your JBL. If shit goes down, you were 100% right. That was the backup plan. But everything worked great. I didn't need to spend and buy that $1,800 jackery. Now, if they didn't have a good system there, if they didn't have it all right, then it could have been a problem. But luckily, this guy knew what he was doing. So I got to keep all my monies. Yeah, I'm sorry, watts, not amps. 15 amps. 15 amps is what it was. I was under 200 watts is what it was. Thank you, Drew. Just making sure I don't sound like a dumbass. Appreciate that. I don't know. I don't need, but Mac, I don't even think I need it, bro. I don't know if look. I'm not against it. If having it, you're right. It would definitely save your ass. So I'm definitely not taking a shit on that. The other thing I want to share with you guys is recently, about a week ago, DJ Liftoff put a poll up on his YouTube, and he was asking about stems. And this honestly shocked me, the results. Let's take a look. Sorry, I got like a dog hair in my mouth. He said, how often do you use stems when DJing? Very frequently, love it. Occasionally when necessary. Hardly ever, not a huge fan. Never. Those were the options. Now, I clicked on very frequently. I love it. I use stems all the time. Not in every song, but during an event, I mean, I am stemming all night. I am always stemming. Either if I'm out to make a live mashup, to pull the drums out, to blend it in, to make it an acapella out, to do whatever I want. It's just, I'll never go back. It's why I left the Prime series. It's why I left my Prime 2 in the dust. It's why I left Engine. That's why I left Denon. That's why we broke up. Because I want to DJ like this. It's so much, exactly, it changed the world. It changed it. So what I don't understand here is the 16%. The 16%. Oh, Drew, you're doing the Lord's work. Thanks, bro. Going towards my jackery. Oh, bro. Thank you. That's fucking hysterical. All right. I'll get one. Okay. 16% never use it. But if you add the 16 and the 6, that's 22%. So not half, but a good chunk of people are saying they never stem. Are you guys stemming? Yeah, almost every transition. Why? I mean, it's just allowing us to do so much more creative things. It's allowing you to mix better. It's allowing you to create a live mashup right there. I even tell my couples that, and I show them that. So during my Zoom calls, I talk about this. I talk about how I think what keeps a dance floor fire, what keeps a dance floor unpredictable for you and your guests is my ability to mix and mash up songs together. And there's nothing cooler. Guys, is there anything cooler than when you're doing some cool shit and they get it and you hear the oh, right? And you hear that? By the way, if you really want to blow your crowd away, every time I do this, people come up and give me high fives. All right? I'm going to give you some of the sauce. It's on my Instagram. I posted it. But like I mentioned earlier, bar song tipsy into tipsy. So I'll do one. Here comes the two to the three to the one. Here comes the two to the three to the one. Here comes the two to the three to the four. You do that, your crowd will look at you like you are a DJ god. I don't think it's basic as fuck. Don't give me shit. It's cool. Crowds are digging it. You try that at your wedding. Next wedding you do, you try that. And I'm telling you, they will every time I do it, they come up and 4 or 5 people give me high fives. Every time. Every time. Andrew, I'm with you, bro. I love that shit. I fucking love that shit. And you know what? Stems gives us the ability to do that. It lets you be creative on the fly. It lets you you don't have to produce it before you go. I just can't imagine not being able to do this now. Like if somehow technology was like, hey, we can't, or if the record companies were not allowing us to do it. You know how Tidal did that? What the fuck was that all about, by the way? Why did Tidal stop letting you stem? What, I know why. Greed. Money. I was paying $10 a month for Tidal. No, I gotta pay 20. I don't even stem on Tidal. I think the only reason why I'm buying the $20 Tidal is because you have to have that to integrate into your software. It's bullshit. Whatever. All right. Bitching a little bit. $20 to have access to every song that's ever been made. Okay. Maybe I'm sound. Let's put it in perspective, right? But I think what happened was they looked at their numbers and were like, God damn it, we got a lot of DJs. I'm sure we can squeeze another 10 out of these fuckers. And sure enough, they did. Yes, I know. I called it. It's money. That's why speakers don't send you bags. Money. Can you blame them? No. I'm not mad. It's a business decision. And you know what? We just do it. We also have our version of that. We're just talking about CO2 cannons. We're not giving that away for free. That's not part of the package. That's an add-on, right? We do it too. It's not as fun when someone fucks you. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. Which is what I do. I also have to buy music anymore. Songs that I know I'll never play again is what I'm talking about. Like for the first dance or parent dance or so one thing I wish I could do, you guys tell me. As of now, you cannot download to the cache on DJ Algorithm through Tidal. I know you can through BeatSource, but with Tidal, you can't download. God, if that was available, then I could just download the cache, every song that I have for the ceremony, and oh my goodness, and play that through DJ app on my iPad, and that would be amazing. But as of right now, I can't do it, so I still gotta buy those. Those are the only songs I buy right now. If I have to buy individual tracks, it's that bullshit instrumental violin cover of Taylor Swift's song, that I gotta play for 8 seconds while grandma comes down the aisle. That cost me $2. Grandma walking down the aisle, right? So if Tidal could figure out a way to cache in the DJ app, I don't want to just use the DJ. I don't want to use the Tidal app. I know I could just do the app. I don't use Spotify during the ceremony. No. It's not a moral reason. It's not moral. It just doesn't do what I want. Sometimes I need to loop it if people are taking a long time. A lot of times couples want me to punch it at a certain point, which I offer. And it's just a lot. You have more control when you're using the DJ app in terms of volume. You can blend a little bit better. I've made I pre-made a 30-minute preceding playlist. So I took a bunch of acoustic guitar songs and just made them all one long track and just throw that in. And I play that in DJ app because I was doing autoplay. But then when you do autoplay, You got to jump out of that to go. So that's a mess. So my advice for preceding, just make a long 30, 40-minute track of nice chill music and then just load that into deck one and play that. And then when they're ready to start, get going. But I wish the title would do offline mode, but they don't. So until then, that's the only stuff I gotta buy right now. Somebody said something up here. You've been doing Chris Brown forever. 1, 2, 3, 4 into hot to go 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah, that's a huge BPM drop, but it doesn't matter. I saw somebody on DJ Idea sharing. Who was it that she kind of said, if you're having a fun on a scale of 1 to 10 or whatever, like 1, yeah, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, dun, 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 right into it. I tried that. It didn't work. I felt cheesy doing that, but that was a cool idea. All right, next thing. I'm blown away, by the way. You gotta work with stems. If you're not doing stems, you gotta do your stems. Okay, I'm gonna go to a video here. I want to share this with you. This is one of my all-time favorite internet videos. And it is wedding related. It's not DJ related, but it's wedding related. And if you've seen this, you'll get a kick out of it. But let's take a look at this. One of my all-time favorite. It's a little bit of a pranky kind of video. Here we go.
My boy in here getting fitted for my wedding. You know what I mean?
Oh, hang on. That sounded terrible.
My boy in here getting fitted.
No, that still sounds terrible. Let me refresh it.
Wedding. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I mean.
Is it choppy to you guys? Let me know if it's choppy. If it's choppy, I'm not going to play it. Damn it. It worked fine earlier. It was working fine. Does it sound choppy? Why is that? Why is I having a problem with this?
My boy in here getting fitted for my wedding.
No, it sounds choppy. Is it choppy? I'm not going to play if it sounds choppy. If it's not, let me know. I got to wait for the you guys to catch up. You're 15 seconds behind. Once we catch up, I'll know.
I think it just sounds like he's really uncomfortable.
Oh, it's good? Nathan just said it's good. All right, so it's just choppy to me.
Here, want to hear? What I hear?
Want to hear it? Well, it's going to be behind. Oh, he said it sounds fine. Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Listen to what it sounds like to me.
I'm gonna be a little slimmer by then, though. A little bit slimmer. I'll lose some of this.
Yeah.
Get this 188 down to.
Yeah.
All right, you can take this on back drive.
That's the suit, my boy. That's the suit my best man gonna be wearing.
All right. So what it sounded like to me, just so you guys know, it sounded like it. That's what it sounded like to me. So I think my audio is compressing it. But anyways, doesn't matter. Every time I see that, every time that ends up on X or Twitter or whatever or anything, I always watch it. It's one of my favorite pranks that never gets old. I fucking love that. The way that they just pranked that guy. I love how the suit guy also just went all in on it. Just he was playing with such a straight face, pulled that little kid outfit. I'm sure that Kevin Hart has had similar pranks done to him as well. But it's still one of my absolute favorite pranks. The way that the guys are just laughing all through it. I don't know. It's just one of those feel good moments. I think that's what's fun. So Amy and I, when we didn't get to have like the full blown wedding, we didn't have a wedding. We were poor. We were poor college kids. And so the one thing I missed is I didn't get to have like the groomsmen hanging out. And I see it all the time. I always see like the groomsmen like giving each other shit and just hanging out and having a good ass time. And I just, oh man, I know. So like, just that camaraderie, you can just tell like the way they're all laughing at it. I don't know. Just love that shit. So if you never saw that before, that's for you too. So Total classic right there. Um, then I want to share this with you guys. Somebody sent this in. Remember, I told you if you get something good, a little newsy news, send it in to the DJ Shit Show and we'll cover it. So this came in. Another scammer. A photographer this time. Scamming. Scamming. How do you know you've been scammed? We've been scammed. Did I tell you guys this? That Amy and I are no, we have a hard rule at the house now. We do not give money to anybody that comes to my door and offers some sort of service that I don't fucking need. Scam. I just got $2,000 back from these window people. By the way, Amy fixed the window by herself. I'm fucking living with Bob Vila downstairs. All right? Less hairier, though, which is good. She tore out the window, put all new drywall in, fixed the sill, right? Put the frame back on. It's gorgeous. It's a great job. She loves doing that, too. I'm living with Bob Vila. I'd be Tim the Toolman Taylor down there. It'd be a disaster, and it would take 6 months. All right, so this photographer, this allegedly, all right, just so I don't get sued, is taking people's money and walking away with it. I don't know what's going on. This is happening in Canada. So a growing group of brides and wedding photographers from across the province, they've been taken for tens of thousands of dollars by this photographer, Jacqueline Poul Manastanzo. She was, one bride said, she was great until we paid. After that, she kind of went radio silent and ghosted us. What's going on? Is there just a target? I think what's going on is that some people are realizing that the wedding industry is very lucrative. All right? I just saw a thing pop up that the average wedding around the country is like 20 to 40K. Okay? You can't help but start wet your beak a little bit. Oh, you know this girl. So are you up in Canada, bro? You've heard about this. 27-year-old bride-to-be said she booked pool from Pink Champagne a year in advance and has been left in the dark. She was also very quick to let us know that if we paid the full amount up front, she would give us extra money and pay off our package. This is what pisses me off. Is because I meet with these couples. There's these sweet people that they trust you. They're trusting. And these leeches have made their way into our industry, and this isn't new, right? I'm sure this isn't new, but they're fucking these people, and I feel like there's going to be a point where the more this happens, there's going to be bride groups without vendors in them, and they're all going to collectively go, we're not going to let this happen to us anymore. So we have all decided that we are not going to pay in full until the service has been rendered. And that's going to be a problem because I don't do business that way. I refuse. It's almost because we are in the service industry and it's very, subjective. I think I did a great job. You don't think I did a great job. I charged you $2,500. You feel like that was only worth $1,000. So now I got to deal with that. I refuse. And I don't know what to do if this ends up happening. If people are like, we're not paying you till the end. I did have that happen last Saturday. They're like, can we hand you a check the day of? That's against my policy. It's against my policy. Why? Because I know I'm Italian, but I don't want to have to shake people down for my cash. All right? I'll break your knees, but I don't want to. And I felt uneasy going into this thing. I trusted them. They were hey, our credit cards have been maxed due to all the whatevers. Fine. He said, as soon as you get there, we will hand you a check. And I said, all right. So that happened. I showed up. Grandpa hands me a check. Problem was, it was $200 light. Let me talk about this real quick and we'll get back to that. What do you guys do? What would you do in that situation? Hit the like button if you're here, by the way. 60 peoples. What's up? Hand you a check. It's $200 light. Or if you got cash ahead of time, it's light. What do you do? Do you hit them up and be like, hey, you're short the day of? Or do you wait till the end and you're like, hey, after it was over, hey, great night. In my head, I was like, I got to take care of this. I don't want this weighing on me in the back of my head. I don't want this this cloud, right? To interfere with my performance for the rest of the night. I just can't put it behind me. So I just said, hey, grandpa's check was a little light. He said, how much? And I told him it was 200. He's like, all right. So they wrote me a new check. That's kind of how I handled that. But let's go back to this. My fiance and I are $3,600, are out 36. We have a month to go before our wedding. We are hunting for a new media team to try to get at least some of our memories for the big day. This is the worst part. Not only are you out money, but now you got to find somebody a month out for your wedding, and good luck, because the only people left that aren't working on a Saturday in September are the bottom feeders. And that's just the goddamn truth. If you weren't working on September 21st, 2024, something's wrong. Okay. So now they got to go find somebody that not only will do it cheap, but probably won't do it well. Through social media, this is where she got all her business. And that's the thing. I have fallen for Instagram ads. I've fallen for it and I refuse. I'm never buying anything off of a Instagram or Facebook ad again. This just happened to Amy. We were trying to get advent calendars for the kids. She found this kick-ass Godzilla one. My son is super into Godzilla. And I don't know if you've seen the ad, but now your phone heard me say it, so now you will. But it showed up, and like every day you open it up and a little toy comes out. It looked awesome, right? No, it's like your order has been processed. Money gone instantly, drained from the bank account. They got it. You got, right? No word for a week. Hey, here's, update on your shipping. Here's the deal. If I buy something, I expect a shipping notification within 24 hours. If I don't got that, I'm canceling the order. From here on out, that's a life rule. That's what I'm used to. That's what Amazon did to us. That's what a good company does. If I don't get some sort of confirmation, even if it's the label has been created, right? I'm getting a refund. So what she's doing is really unfortunate and cruel to people. I agree. So here's the excuse that the person made, because here she is. That's her. Photographer. So when confronted by CTV News, her legal representative, so she's already lawyered up. Here's the bullshit. Due to physical illness and subsequent mental illness, she's unable to provide any substantive comment at this time. I can't even make a comment. Oh, you're not feeling good? You know what happened after 2020? We got so soft. Everybody started thinking like, oh, I'm just going to tell people I'm sick, and then I don't have to do what I said I was going to do. Now, I could be a total asshole right now. This girl could be in the hospital. Fine. But you got legal representative? You're too sick to even say, I'm sorry? Here's your refund coming? Come on. Come on. Come on. No, I do not accept that. I don't accept that. There's drama on our local community page where a DJ was subcontracted by another who shorted him for a gig. Contracted DJ is asking for everyone to tank this DJ in the reviews. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Well, that's what's next, John. What happens next? What happens when your entrepreneurial experiment fails? You start getting your tits out. That's crazy, bro. Look. See that I don't know. You don't know the whole story there. You know what's going on with that situation, but you don't pay your DJs enough. Bam, you're gonna get flagged. That's what it is. Everything you do can be broadcast, can come out. It's for the world to be the judge, jury, and executioner now, people. That's where we live. There's no allegedly anymore. There's no allegedly. It's out there and it's over. You're cooked instantly. That's crazy. No, I have no empathy for this. What's going on here? Oh. Sorry about this, guys. I am getting a call from my business manager. Let's see what he has to say real quick. Okay. Let me see if I put him on. Just see what he has to say. Aaron, listen. I know you got your little internet show going on today. Live stream. Yeah, that. But I just got off the phone with one of the major players.
Okay. What's
They're
up?
releasing a top new piece of DJ shit. You know, the thing with the knobs and the buttons.
A controller.
Hey, listen, we've been through this. I don't control you. You know, at any time, you can cut my ass off. It's not like you're paying any of my bills, guy. Maybe a cup of coffee here or there, but I'm telling...
No, Carl, a DJ controller. That's what you're talking about.
Sorry. Yeah, disregard that last statement. Anyways, they want you in, review it, you know, the whole nine. Whatever it is that you do over there.
Great. What are some of the things that it does?
It's got everything. Hang on a second. Let me get the sheet.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh no, this is my summons to court. Hey Sheila! Where the fuck is that paper on that new thing for Aaron?
Carl.
It's on my desk. Oh wait, yeah, here it is. Sorry. All right, yeah. It's got a Bluetooth. I don't know why why you need a Bluetooth. Sounds like this thing needs a dentist.
Carl.
Little joke there for you. It's got the moving shit, built-in Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, Wi-Fi. Let me read it. STEM control lights. STEM controls? What, are they creating some new peoples over there? STEM cell. Let's see. You won't need a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know. Whatever this thing is, it's fine. But look, the thing is, Aaron, we got to keep this a secret, you know? Like, nobody can even know you and I had this conversation.
Carl, you just announced this on YouTube. What the hell?
What are you talking about, YouTube?
This whole conversation, I'm live. We're on the internet.
Fuck! All right, listen, don't use my name. Sorry, wrong number.
All right, sorry about that, guys. That was Karl, my manager, trying to get me some deals. I hired somebody to help me out, you know, try to get some... It's too hard for me to keep track of all these companies. You know, I was sending him out there, and obviously he's a total fuck up. So I apologize for that. Okay. I won't ever put him back on the air. Okay, so let's see here. I got one more thing here I want to tell you guys about. And somebody put up on Facebook this question. I thought this was interesting. Don't give away my secrets. I might even use his image for that. Okay, so Mark put up on the DJ help desk, hey y'all, have enjoyed being a part of this group as I moved being amateur to full-time. What about this business keeps you up at night? I thought that was a great question. And so what I want to do is walk through some of the answers that people got and get your guys' take on this as well. Some of the answers that people said, like, what drives you crazy? What drives you crazy? What keeps you up at night? Somebody said, the question of, are you playing my song soon? That will pack the dance floor. God, yes. I hate this. When they come up to you and they go, hey, you got to play this song, it's really going to get everybody on the dance floor. And sometimes I look at them and go, what do you think I've been doing for the last hour? If people aren't dancing, it's not because the music I'm playing. It's you people. It's you. It's definitely not me. All right? So, you know, and you can't reason with them if you say that, like, well, okay, we'll see. They're like, no, I'm telling you. No, it's going to work. It'll get everybody out here. It'll get everybody out here on the dance floor if you play the Cupid Shuffle. Like, okay, well, that's on my do not play list, so I can't do it. And I even said on Sunday, I had a girl come up, like, how about the wobble? I'm like, wobble. All right, we can do the wobble. But I was like, I don't know if this crowd is going to know how to wobble. Have you guys been there? Have you played the wobble? And the crowd doesn't know how to do it. They're just, all the shoulders in the club. Let me see you again. Drop it down. Let me see you again. Right, they just kind of wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. And they don't know what to do. And like for me, if I'm gonna play the wobble, I want to make sure that they know how to do it. Okay. So I said no, and then I ended up playing it, and then no one know how to fucking do it. Neil says my biggest gripe would be to have it when I have DJ'd a fundraising event and reduced my fee to help out. Then along come a small band charging full price. Also turn up late, have to do sound check. Yeah, what would you do if you did that? You offered like a no charge or really discounted for this charity event, and you show up and they got a fucking ice sculpture. Like, how much did that cost? More than me. You know, like, oh, so you're willing to buy the goddamn ice, but you're not gonna pay for the guy who's providing all the sound, the music for the thing? Come on. You will have gigs where the crowd is just not dancing crowd. You can let me move this so I have to stop tilting my head. Oh shit, never mind. That fucked it up. Sorry. Let's get back. Can you see it now? Let me make it small. Sorry about that, guys. Get back. Okay, now I gotta fix it. See what happens when I tinker? There we go. Okay, get over there. We're alive. All right. We can't read all of it, but it's good enough. You have Gibbs for no dance crowd. You try to keep everyone the trick songs are, but nothing. Don't let it get to you. Shrug it off. Yeah, that happens. Coming into a culture that puts the DJ last, when we definitely make or break the whole event. I feel like that's starting to change in a good way, and we got to thank the viral videos. You know, Jack, Nick, the guys out there that are getting their videos going viral. I think what's going on, there's a different vibe going on. DJs are now being sought after, and there's this cool expectation. Like, I had my bride on Friday look at me and go, were we okay? Was that an okay crowd for you? And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, they like, she wants to make sure that it should be the other way around. But she was more like, was this okay for you? Like, I hope we lived up to your expectations. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool to roll into an event that way when you get a good rep. Also, this should give you guys permission. I was just thinking this the other day. You don't have to wear a tie anymore. It's all right. It's all right. Take the tie off. Loosen up. All right? You don't need it anymore. We don't need the ties. We don't need the collars. We don't need to wear suits. Now, if you're going to a really fancy event, a ballroom, different story, right? I think 90% of your events, you don't gotta wear a suit and tie anymore. I think what's happening, guys, in a good way, and you're not wearing a suit and tie, so I'll tell you what I wear, and you can judge me all you want, and I'm fine. You've seen me in my videos, black jogger pants. I got some white Nike Air Max shoes, comfortable as shit, look hot, black t-shirt, and then I got a nice little black blazer go on top. When the dancing starts, blazer comes off, I'm just wearing black. Just wearing black. I think the expectation of the DJ to wear the suit is waning in a good way. I just don't think we need to dress up anymore like that. It's not this, it's just, you're not that. That's not you. We're not the caterers. We're not the officiants, right? We're not walking the bride down the aisle. You're the party guy. Dress like it. Load out. Yup. Venue managers who feel entitled to micromanage the DJ's playlist and repertoire. Nice use of repertoire. I've never had that happen. Where we're like kind of, when they have to deal with the sound, that's a pain in the ass. Drunk people are the worst part of this job. I agree with that. That's why I've been trying to get my couples to, and also, honestly, guys, most of my weddings have been over at 11 this year. I've had a handful, if that, 4 or 5 that have gone past 11. And it's been better. It's less drinking. They're less angry. That's where all the problems happen. Drunk people and sound limiters. I hear you, Claire. I hate that. There's no reason you should own a wedding venue if you've got a sound limiter. Lapels during the ceremony. Even with high quality gear, lots of experience, and doing everything right, there are some factors that are uncontrollable. Issues are rare, but they happen to the best of us, and it's embarrassing. Never had a problem getting people dancing their asses off, though. Yeah, if I don't have to, I stay away from the lapel as well. Here's the thing. Lapels their purpose is for in a studio or doing an interview. There's not very many applications where somebody will use a lapel and put it on somebody and amplify it through speakers in an outdoor setting. Somebody tell me where else that happens. Anytime I ever see anybody wearing a lapel, They're doing an interview on TV. They're doing a video. They're in the studio. It's a controlled environment. It's not being amplified. So I don't think the intention of a lapel is to be amplified through a speaker outdoors. That's why it sounds tinty as fuck. So I don't like them either. They're prone to feedback. The handheld just sounds so good. The handheld sounds so good. It's warm. It's loud. You can pump that thing up, especially through my Eon 1 Mark II now that's doing ceremonies. I mean, that dispersion covers my whole ceremony. I don't know. If I don't have to, I haven't used the lapel very much this year. I have it, but I don't really like using it either. Oh, is this it? Experienced the worst this weekend, and it's horrible venue owners. Owner and their dumb ass rules. I refuse to work at venues that have awful owners. Yeah, people that would rather ruin someone's wedding than find a solution. As far as I hear, we have a decibel meter. I already know. Yeah, the venue owners that you could tell, and I've bumped into these people that they hate this job, and they hate the fact that there are people in their building. You can just sense it. You can. All they're thinking of is first, especially when they come up to me. When's your last song? 11. All right, and then they just walk away. Oh, you hate this business. Oh, they love saying no. Oh, they love saying no. Hey, do you think it's possible that I could? Did I tell you this? I had a venue where there was a door right near where they wanted me to load in, and a door on the other end, and they wouldn't let me use the door that load in because I don't know why. But just like, you know what? We're gonna need you to kind of hike through the other end and oh yeah, we know that there's steps there, but you'll just have to. Why? They just love saying no. I can't stand it. People that just love saying no. I won't have it. I won't have it. Speaking of photographers earlier, did you guys? I don't want to shut on photographers. All right, they help me. They grow my business, and I'm for the most part, for 99%, they're great. But there's just one little thing. Have you ever noticed? And maybe this is just me. I'm always the one that introduces myself to them. They never come up to me. Why? Why is that the case? Every time. If I didn't go up and say hi or say, hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the DJ, I don't think we would ever talk the whole night. Is that me? Is it just me? Or is that you guys too? Photographers, if you're watching, just come up and say hi. Introduce yourself. It's okay. You can do it too. For the most part, we're nice. We're nice people. Come up and say hi. Well, every time. I even was doing this on Sunday. I'm like, I'm going to see how long it takes. We got through the ceremony. Nothing. Got through, it was almost grand entrance time. Nothing. I'm just going to go about your business here. I'd love to say hi. And I got to talk to them. And a particular photographer I worked with recently, I had to keep going up to her and be like, hey, we're going to do speeches. Hey, and she still sat at her table. And I was like, I can start this now, but you're going to miss the first part of this. So I went up again. Hey, we're going to do speeches. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she finally got up. Like, what the hell? Okay. So it's not just me. You guys do an experiment this week. See how long it takes. See if they come up and talk to you. And I don't know what it is. They just don't. It's always me. I always initiate the first, hey, what's up? I'm Aaron. I'm the DJ. If you guys need a spot to throw your gear, feel free. I got a facade. Just tuck it behind there. I'll let you guys know how the night's going to roll. Let me know if you need anything. We'll go over timelines after we get through the ceremony. Sound good? Yeah. Oh, I'm Crystal. Yeah, this is my assistant, Megan. Okay. Nice to fucking meet you. I've been here setting up. Come over and say hi. I don't know if it's that. I don't want to start any shit. I don't know if it's that either. You got to be extroverted to be a photographer, right? You got to tell people, hey, I need grandma there. I need aunt over there. You two, fuck off. I need you over there and you over there. I've had a quiet photographer once. All right. Bride and groom, and then I need the parents. I'll just wait for you guys whenever you're ready. I'll just be here. Speaking of this. you guys ever watch the Seinfeld episode with the quiet talker? I had that recently happen where um, one of the vendors I was working with was a quiet talker, and they were across the table from me at the dinner. And every time they said something, it was like, I know. It's like, so I kept doing one of these, like, yeah, huh? And by the fifth time I said, huh? Um, I gave up. And then now I was just reading body language. Now I was just watching what her face was doing because I couldn't hear a word. And I was just seeing that. And if I saw that, I'd go like, what? I could contribute nothing to the conversation. So I had a quiet talker, and then I put my foot in my mouth. This will be the last thing. I think this is the last thing. Oh, no, shit. I have one more thing to talk about. I put my foot in my mouth in a funny way. I'm talking to the officiant at one of the weddings. And I was like, you ever do this? He goes, no, I've done a couple, but I typically sing at weddings. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I had a classmate when I was in high school. I've sang at all 4 of her weddings. And I was like, oh, wait, what? All 4? He's like, yeah. I'm like, damn, bro. She had 4 weddings? He's like, yeah. And I said, you gotta be some kind of person here. I could see after number 2 having the second one, like, you know what? I messed up. Let's go again. 3 is kind of like, really? We're going on 3. 4, it's like, fine. I'm coming, but you're not getting a present out of me. And I'm just trying to, goof around with him. And he goes, well, I've been married 3 times. And I looked at him and I go, Tim, why the hell didn't you stop me from saying the things I just said? And he started laughing. He's like, well, you're not wrong. I was like, did you have 3 weddings? He's like, I did. I'm like, okay. Thanks for letting me go on about that while you're sitting here going like, oh, this asshole. And we just laughed. He was cool about it. But oh my God. Put my foot in my mouth. It was great. He was like, well, you're not wrong. I can't believe he sat there. I'm like, you gotta be some kind of fucking egotistical asshole to throw 3 weddings. It's like, let me advertise my failure to my friends and family. Come on in. I'll feed you again. Let's advertise the fact that I can't hold a marriage together. And he just sat there. Just let me go on. Yeah, I've been married 3 times. Tim, what the fuck? Oh. All right. Last thing. Let you guys go. I got to fix this problem. I got a problem. Let's talk about rain. So on Saturday, we had an issue. Beautiful day. All day. I even checked the weather before I left, which I typically do. What am I looking at here? Are we going to have a problem or not? Clear. Nothing. I was like, great. So I get there and I'm setting up for the reception. And then all of a sudden I look out the window and it's getting kind of gray. And I was like, I was just getting ready to go out and set up for the ceremony and do the sound check. We were about a half hour away from start time, 4:30. So it was about 3:40 maybe. And it's getting a little gray. Excuse me. It's getting a little gray out. I checked the weather and it says it's going to rain in the next 10 to 15 minutes. And I go, well, that's a problem. So walked up to the planner. Hey, I'm about to do sound check. However, the weather's kind of turning on us here. And I'm going to let you know what I can do. So I cannot be outside if it's raining. I won't set up. That's just my personal thing. I've been rained on. I have set up when everyone's like, it's going to be fine. Just go. And I went out and I set up. And I also had to set up for an acoustic guitar. So not only did I have my speaker out and a mixer out and a microphone and a stand and a DI box, I had all that set up. And then it downpoured on us. I'm getting soaked. I'm trying to cover up my stuff. And I'm run. I've been rained on again, where they're like, we're going to go for it. It's going to be fine, 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 fine. So I go out there. This time I have an umbrella. And then sure enough, bam, it starts raining. I'm holding the umbrella like this. I think I had the E-verse 8. And I'm holding it over like this, and I'm just getting soaked, right? So I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I tell couples in my final, hey guys, just so you know, any chance of rain, if it's raining, I can't set up. Nothing can get wet. My mic can't get wet. My speaker, I don't want to do. And like, well, what if we set up a tent? Well, that's not very useful, and I'll tell you why. One, because the wind blows. Unless rain just fell straight down like it does in the cartoons, it's fine. But it blows at an angle and it moves around, and the tent does nothing. So we're like a half hour away, and the planners are getting pretty pushy about this. Like, she really wants to get married outside. I go, I understand that. I want that to happen for her. I want that. However, it is currently raining, and I can't set up until it stops. And then we get at least a good clear. Like, the weather's saying it should be all right from here on out. So they wanted me to go out even when it was drizzling. And I just didn't. And I just waited. So here's what was going on. I'm pretty sure what was happening is, as communication was going back and forth between planner, photographers, and the couple, what was being said is, we're all right, but the DJ won't set up. Here's what saved my ass. The reason why I didn't sound like an asshole was because they already knew they knew ahead of time that that's what I do. But they were really pushing. We got to go out and do this thing now. And so when it stopped raining, I looked at my phone, and my phone was literally showing the lightning strikes. And I was like, well, I'm not dying for these fucking people. I'm not. So it calmed down, and we came up with a plan. Here's the plan I had. The plan was this. The plan was, all right, we had some garbage bags. I had an umbrella. They had a big golf umbrella. And I said, I'll go set up. I want the umbrellas around me. I had Mike with me, so he could help me too. I want a golf cart next to me as well. So if it does rain, I can at least load up and get things out of there. And they all agreed to it. But it was very pushy. And I was trying to keep my composure. But basically, it felt like the ceremony happens if I say so. And I will ruin the bride's life if I cancel it. All I was suggesting is, like, maybe let's just pause. We have 2 hours before dinner. There's no rush. It's okay to take our time and see how this plays out. But they were very, very like, it has to happen now. Let's go now. We need a decision now. And just to be honest, like, I don't like being put in that position. I didn't like it. We went down and we set it all up. And the crazy thing is, nothing happened. Not a drip. It rained for 5 minutes, and we were all worked up for nothing. Clear. The sun came out. And I was just like, who the fuck was the weather guy? Fire him. All that panic for nothing. However, it isn't for nothing, because I explained to them, listen, I want this ceremony to happen, but you have to understand something. Out of all of you guys, maybe the photographer, I'm bringing out $5,000 worth of stuff. Okay? When it comes to the speaker, microphones, iPad, everything. I'm bringing up $5,000. It can't get wet. So we just can't do that. And they're like, yeah, we understand that. But we have to make a decision. Like, yeah, you understand that. You just don't give a fuck. All right, fine. So here's what I need. I think I need a very clear, concise rain policy that's in the contract. I don't want to set up out there and cross my fingers. And I don't think that I don't want to say the word fair, but I don't think that we should be put in that position. Right? I just don't think that it's right that we look at the DJ and go, well, we're getting married outside no matter what. So just go outside and get garbage bags and cover in umbrellas and risk it. Why? I don't think that's the way it should be. And nobody had my back during this. There was no empathy with me. So I had to stand up for myself. And then the exact same thing happened to me at this exact venue 2 years ago or a year ago, where they were sending guests out while the lightning alarms were going off at the golf course. The lightning alarms telling the golfers, we saw lightning get off, and they're sending out the guests. I put my foot down and refused to play. Not, in a nice way, like, guys, I can't go out with the lightning alarm going off. And they're like, fine. 2 minutes later, I'm telling you, they got the guests out. It downpoured. We would have got dumped on. Ironclad contract stipulation stating no gear will be put out to, at risk of the elements. Yeah, something like that. I need something. Yeah, exactly. We do. And you know what? The thing is, so I probably will stay away from this because I don't want to get into any sort of lawsuit. What I'd rather do is have it up front saying, look, in my contract, it says, and I did this early this year. I kind of said, hey, if there's a 40 or more % chance of rain a half hour before the ceremony starts, I don't set up. Is that fair? That's kind of what I said. 40 or more % chance, I don't set up. I know, man. And at the end, here's what happened. So we got through it. Yeah, the sun is just as bad. Dude, I've had to carry umbrellas outside for ceremonies just because the goddamn sun. If there's no coverage, like the nice thing about being the JBL is I can move under a tree or whatever. But when you're in a spot and it's just open, and the sun is just cooking your Sennheiser receiver, I got to hold an umbrella over me. I had to hold an umbrella. This is why my contract says any irreparable damage to equipment. Yeah, I'm telling you, I get that, bro. I get why you guys have that. I think what we need to do, I think maybe the smarter route, I'm not saying smarter, maybe another route is to go, I'm not setting up unless this, and this. And then that's just in the contract that you signed. And I'm sorry, I know you want to get married outside, but here are our options. We're just going to wait until it gets clearer. If you want the outside thing. If you want to go now, we're running out of time, then we got to go inside. And yes, it might not rain, but I'm not the asshole. I'm not. I'm protecting my investment. And honestly, you and your guests from getting rained on and having a miserable night and my stuff getting ruined, and I'm pissed off at you for the rest of the night. I did. I said that, hey, I showed them an email I had with her saying, hey, here's what I do. And for some reason, I don't know. It was a really tense situation. I'll say that. Where I felt like if I don't do this, then everybody's mad at me. Now, not the couple, because I even checked with them afterwards and they were like, thank you so much for going out. I'm sorry. I'm sure you were more stressed than we were. And I was like, I was. I said that to her. I was like, I definitely was. But it worked out fine. So we're all good. We're all good. But I'm not going to lie. The whole time, I'm not listening to a goddamn word. I'm just like looking around. Cloud. What was that? I feel a drip. That's it. Abort. Ready to pull the plug. I know. Brian, I'm with you. Did the rain thing once. I said that too. That was 3 years ago when I rained on. I swore. I vowed. Never again. We need something ironclad. I need some kind of wording. You guys throw it in your chat. What was this? Okay, I have a friend that makes rainproof covers for speakers. They're all custom. See, why are we adjusting for it? Why are we planning to get wet? I don't think we should. I don't think the whole thing should be like, well, I'll have stuff that can get wet. Do you want to get wet at the wedding? I don't. That's a good point, too. And it don't matter in the moment when they sign it. They don't think it would happen. It's almost, I would rather these things be called. But the thing is, at this point, there was no sign of any weather problems. It just sort of sprung up on us. You see, this is a really interesting conversation here. It just sprung up on us out of nowhere, right? So what do? I just would have loved a little bit of empathy from anybody else in the room besides myself. And I wasn't getting it. And afterwards, I went to the planner and I was like, all right, we got through it. It worked out. To her credit, she apologized to me. All right, awesome. Send that to me. And then, are you cool if I share it, bro? Send it to me right now. And then if you're cool with it, I'll share it. And let's get an idea out there. You DMing it to my Instagram? I'll take a peek. If any of you guys have one, just screenshot it and send it to my Instagram right now. I'll take a peek at it. I know. I had that. But here's the thing, Michael. I'm trying to avoid this. I don't want to be out there and risk any of this happening. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think the DJ should have to go out there and do this and deal with that, is what I'm saying. That's it. I don't want to deal with this any fucking more. And I want to be covered. And you're right. Even if it's in the contract, I can say, but then, you're like you're like the asshole. Like, oh, I'm not the asshole. My couples understand. Every time I explain to them, my stuff can't get wet. They understand. It's everybody else that doesn't get it. Because even the planners came up to me and they were like, I was like, hey, we got through it. And they're like, yeah, we totally understand why you were the way you were. I'm like, they weren't even in any of the conversations. So that's where I knew they were all talking. Nothing against the photographers, but I know they were like, well, we want to roll, but the DJ, that's true. There's just more stuff. I mean, it's easy for a photographer to, open up an umbrella and cover their camera. A lot of us have very, very special stuff out there. All right. Double Down just sent me his thing. Okay, so it is outdoor events, and there's a couple of clauses here. I'll read these out. I probably could screenshot it, but it's just easier for me to do this. Number 1, heartbeat events. Oh, that must be. Will book outdoor or barn events only if the following situations: A, client has a contingency plan in place in case of inclement weather. B, has full decision making. My company has full decision making authority on whether or not to set up outside. C, if weather changes during the event, we reserve the right to pack up at any time without advance notice or issuing a refund. D, must have a clean area with solid flat ground in which to place equipment. And then E, during dinner reception, adequate coverage for the equipment to be placed in protection from inclement weather. Yeah, so you're setting yourself up there. If weather changes during the event, that's the thing. That's what happened to us. If it changes during the event, we got to be able to make the call. Okay, somebody else just sent me one. I got it, Switch. This is the clause from my contract. Send that, Switch. I just got your message. I didn't get the actual thing. What about an upcharge if it rains? You're prepared to do with restrictions. I honestly hate I probably lean against the idea of, nickel and dime and tapping more, pricing onto things. And honestly, it's not worth the headache to me. I don't want to go out there and get wet. I don't want to. Why do we got to be the parent? It's true. I've caught myself several times having to be the reasonable one where I know you're trying to make the event happen for the client, which is what I want as well, but we got to be smart. Let's use our brain here. And honestly, if we could have, it would have been fine if we waited a little bit. It would have been fine. I need to add that solid flat ground clause. Yeah, outside gig this year put me in a fucking slope. Oh, dude. Oh, man. The shit we have to deal with, right? When I did that private property event, same kind of thing. I thought, hey, we're at 70 people. Can you get me up to 50 likes, everybody? Come on. I let them know, not only do I need to be fully covered on the top, but I need sides in case there's any, I can't have any weather blowing on me. And they did that. They accommodated that. But yeah, showing up and having, that if rain is a possibility, speaker and music will be replaced with. I say this like if it rains, I can at least pull up an umbrella. And when I was having the E-verse is easier to cover. And it's water, but it's kind of water resistant. But the JBL E1 Mark II is not. The sub sits on the floor. It's on the grass. All right, I just got this sent to me by DJ Switch. The DJ shall not be held liable for any action that may arise from or in connection with any individuals that is not. Additionally, the contracting party agrees to assume full responsibility of any damages that may cause by themselves. Well, maybe. Well, so that's, see, I get that. Have you guys ever had to be in that situation, though, where something got ruined? This is why I have DJ insurance. I have DJ insurance to cover incidents like this, because what I'm not going to do is I'm not saying anything against you guys, but I'm just saying if a guest does something stupid, Mike drops my mic and breaks it, I'm not going to charge the couple for that. I will tell them, your dumbass best man broke my mic. And then I will let them decide what they want to do morally. But I will reach out to my insurance company and see what they cover. And if the couple offers to take care of it, I'll have them pay the deductible. Okay? That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't want to ruin a great experience because you have a stupid friend. I also don't want to ruin an experience because you decide to go out there and let me get rained on. The last private property gig I did, they wanted me to literally 75, 80 feet from the dance floor and under a tree. Yeah, we just got to start saying no to this shit, I think. It's okay to say no. Or just say, that's not going to work. That plan, how much are you spending on everything else? If you want a DJ, okay, look, here's the deal. If you want a DJ, okay, which you do, then you need certain things to accommodate that such privilege. And it is one, all right? One, we need adequate power, okay? That's reasonable. Two, I need to be under. I'm not going to be exposed to the sun. I am not solar powered here. In fact, I'm not cooking. Cover me. I think it's okay. I think we need to be a little bit more. We need to unleash our diva, guys. This is a coming together. This is our meeting. Everybody hold hands to the person on your right and your left and say together, we will not be forced to do things that we don't want to do anymore. I'm not setting up in the rain. I'm not setting up in the sun. Give me some flat fucking ground. Give me good power. All right? The caterers are getting it. Why can't we? Come on, guys. We got to stand up for ourselves. We got to stand up for ourselves. Dick, let's see. I feel like we need to be able to at least see the dance floor. 100%. 100%. Thank you. Can I get an amen from the congregation? I need like a little organ player to play during my little sermon rants from the Lord, speaking on high. You can't give us a tent. You can't have us. I've spoken. From the congregation, we get amens all up over the place. Now that I have your attention, we're going to pass that plate. Come on. You've got to keep me fed. Keep me fed. Let's stand up for ourselves, people. No more. No more. I shall be rained upon. Nevermore. Nevermore. All right. That's the show. What do we learn? We learned that my business manager is a fucking idiot. I don't want to get rained on anymore, and I gotta fix this. I need an ironclad, solid weather policy, and we need to stick together, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, girls out there too. I don't want you getting rained on either. I'm all fired up. I'm hot. I'm coming in hot. That's the show. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys next week.